Alright friends, let's make our next cookie recipe, Muddy Buddy Cookies. Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. We are in a different environment today. We are in my sister's kitchen and she's actually going to be walking us through a recipe called Muddy Buddy Cookies and I will be behind the camera. So let's go through the ingredients a little bit. We have 1 stick of butter softened, half a cup of peanut butter, half a cup of sugar, half a cup of light brown sugar, 1 large egg, 1.5 cups all-purpose flour, 3/4 teaspoon baking powder, and 1/4 of a teaspoon baking soda. And then there's some other instructions in here. So I've never made this cookie before and I hear it's delicious. So without further ado, let's get started. I want to thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't already, please give this video a like and leave a comment. If you're new to fabulous Christmas snacks, it's called Muddy Buddies or Puppy Chow, and it's basically like a cereal wrapped in peanut butter, chocolate, doused in powdered sugar. And we're going to be making this, but in a cookie form. I'm going to preheat the oven to 375. And then the next step we're going to do is we're going to cream together in our stand mixer or a handheld blender our butter, peanut butter, sugars until creamy. And this is room temperature butter? Yes. Okay. Or softened. And then does it matter what kind of peanut butter you use? No, although I'm just using what I have on hand. Of course, if you have Jif, that would be better, but this is... So like creamy? Okay. Sorry, yes. Half cup peanut butter into your butter mixture. It looks like you might eyeball it. I'm eyeballing it because it's so sticky. Okay. So if you are using a measuring cup, you can always spray it with some non-stick spray. Put the peanut butter in that way, but she's made this recipe so many times, I'm sure that you just have it down and just can know. There it is. It's going to be your 2 sugars, and this is half a cup. Half a cup of white sugar. Yes. And half a cup of light brown sugar. Okay. And could you use dark brown sugar if that's what you had? Like, do you think it matters? I do not think it matters. And then do you pack it down in the half a cup? I kind of marginally pack it down, so it's not too much, but you know, it's lumpy, so I'm gonna pack it down a little. Okay. I'm just gonna make sure. Yep. And I have a spatula on hand. Is you start your mixer, and you're mixing everything, basically your wet ingredients, for 1 to 2 minutes, or until it's, use the word fluffy. Let's see. Yeah, till it's creamy and light in color and it's a little bit fluffy. And then you use the spatula and I just scrape and pack it down as I go. Scrape down the sides. Okay. So how long would you say mixing this takes? Approximately. The recipe card says 1 to 2 minutes, so I would say at least that. And just depends on, like, you know, is your house really cold? Was your butter fully room temp?
all those things. But I would say that's fair to say 1 to 2 minutes.
And so I don't have a mixer at my home. I just have like a handheld. Do you think that would work fine with this recipe?
It says on the recipe you can use handheld or your mixer. So then we're going to just get out the excess dough. Not to go too much on it because actually then we're going to add 1 large egg.
Okay. 1 at a time?
We're just doing 1 egg.
Oh, I missed it.
And I don't worry too much about shells because I'm pretty good at this. But if you're worried, crack it in a separate bowl.
That's a good idea.
Next, we're going to mix our dry ingredients, and something I've done with cookies, or started to do with cookies, a lot of baked goods, is I sift everything so it's not lumpy. So this calls for 1.5 cups of flour. So I'll dump in the 1 cup. Make sure your 1 cup's completely dry before you... Oops. That's all right. And then there's our half. And then it asks for 3/4 teaspoon baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon baking soda. And this is all of our dry. Yep, that's all of our dry. And then I tap it. And I try and tap it only because if I do anything else, it just kind of gets everywhere. But what's nice is it gets rid of all these lumps. And the extra step is worth it, I think.
I love cookies.
Yeah, cookies.
Do you love cookies?
Yeah.
Do you like Muddy Buddy cookies?
Yeah.
Oh.
So the next step is once you've put all your dry ingredients through and sifted it, you're just going to take your whisk, wire whisk, it's just easier, and you're just blending it together.
Could you use like a fork or something if you didn't have a...
You can. I just think a wire whisk. Wire whisk is less effort.
It's hard to say.
And then our last step, basically before putting it on the sheet pan, is you're going to put your dry into your wet, and I believe yep, you just dump it all in until it's combined. You can do a little at a time you want, but this specifically says to put everything in, so we're going to put everything in. And then again, when you put it down, it's mixing, just scrape down the sides as you go. Finished blending it all together, and that's really all you're looking for, is you're waiting until it's well incorporated, scraping down the sides as you go. And then
You did it at a low speed.
Yep, low speeds. And then really all that's left is putting these into tablespoon-ish sized balls, and then you put them in the oven, 375, 8 minutes.
All right. Good job. Good.
Roll, roll, roll. Good helper. Okay, next one. Cookies are not meant to flatten out as you cook them, and you want them to completely cool before you get to the next step. So I put 2 cookie sheets out, and I'm just going to slide the parchment on here so they can cool.
Before they have cooled, my sister's going to show us the next step.
So I take an 1/8 cup, but you can take whatever you have that's of similar size. You need to create a dome for the chocolate filling. So we're just going to press while they're warm. Alright, my sister's over there making dinner. And over here, we've got our last steps. So we are making the milk chocolate center, 1 cup milk, chocolate chips, 1/2 teaspoon canola and vegetable oil, and 1/2 cup powdered sugar. Alright, and in goes a little bit of our oil. How long would you say it's been in? A minute and a half, minute. And once it's thick like this, we're going to fill the centers. And there really is no method other than you just try and get it in the center. It'll harden as you let it sit. I put these in the freezer so they get especially hard. And we are minus 2 cookies because my toddler took the ones that she had taken a bite out of. Alright, Auntie's going to grab the smallest one because I got to watch my sugar. These look good. So how long do you think these take to set usually? Depends on the temp of your kitchen, but maybe 30, 40 minutes. Okay, and you could probably just put them in the fridge or something to let it set a little bit more. Well, I wouldn't recommend the fridge because they're really delicate, so I would say leave them out. Oh, okay. To get room temp. All right. The chocolate will harden over time. All right, ready? Cheers. Cheers. Ready? Take a bite. Mmm. Mmm. Okay. Mmm. Okay. Mmm. Mmm. Are they good? All right. Here you go. All right. Special thanks to my sister for showing me the recipe. As for me and Ellie, say see you later. Yeah. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for joining me and my sister and Ellie. I will see you next time. Bye, guys.